Welcome back to another episode of Make Sports Easy, where we're here to make sports more digestible for you and able for you to talk about it with your friends and your family and just enjoy the game overall, whether that be football, basketball, soccer, hockey. I'm working on the hockey. I played it, but the rules I wasn't too familiar with. I was young. Give me a little grace. But we just hope that we're here to provide you a little bit of information as you go through your week and as you watch these games, especially during football season. It's the biggest sport in America, even though baseball is the pastime and basketball seems to be taking over the world. Football is still football, and it's not going anywhere. As they say, football is king. So let's jump into week 2 of the NFL. We got week 1 out of the way. That's a little bit of a guest test and try again type of week. So a lot of people go into the off season, they're working on new things, they got new players, they get acclimated, and sometimes game plans don't go as you think they should, and people win games they shouldn't win, and blah, 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 blah. So week 2, in the words of Jim Harbaugh over there with the Chargers, you can make your biggest improvements, and it's very unlikely if you go 0-2 to make the playoffs. I think it seems like, I forgot, maybe the last 5 years or so, but it's like the teams that go 0-2, were like 41 out of the 41 didn't make it, as opposed to the last 2 seasons when someone did. So you could say it's trending in that direction, but if you go 0-2, it's very unlikely that you're gonna make the playoffs. So let's go ahead and jump into the key games of this week, and maybe we'll talk a little bit about some of the teams that are in not trouble, but there's a strong possibility that they go 0-2 and what that means for their season moving forward. So we're going to start with the Atlanta Falcons because they made a big acquisition with Kirk Cousins coming off an Achilles tear. However, they didn't look too good. They didn't look too good. Now, the Pittsburgh Steelers have a strong defense, so, I mean, if you have a simple game plan, they're just going to eat it up. And they did draft a quarterback in the first round too. So it's interesting if they do lose their next game coming up against the Eagles, how is that going to affect the Atlanta Falcons' future? Not just the present right now, but also the future. Because, I mean, Kirk signed a lot of money, but then you sign a first round quarterback. It's kind of weird, kind of funny. But I look for them to show better. Not sure about them winning. Their defense is very opportunistic against the Eagles, so we'll see how that plays out. I think the edges with the Eagles, the offense is more explosive than Pittsburgh's was or is, so we'll see how that goes and how that unfolds. We're going to go through about 4 or 5 games. We're going to do a rapid fire, get you on to this weekend and tonight's Thursday night game. So let's start there. Or, matter of fact, let's end there. So you got the Cowboys and the Saints coming up this Sunday. Huge game. Cowboys played a team, as well as the Saints, that didn't really show themselves to be a strong opponent. In the Panthers, when you're talking about the Saints, they just ran straight through them like tissue paper. And then Cowboys played the Browns, who not quite sure what their identity is. So both those teams showed well, but they both realized that they have a lot of improvement left to do because they're, focused on trying to get to the playoffs versus those other teams. I don't know what they're trying to do. So I give the edge to the Cowboys because of their defense. Not that the Saints don't have a strong defense, but we'll just have to wait and see how the season unfolds. And it's really cool to see that the Saints and Derek Carr are doing well. Move on to the Jets and the Titans. The key there is the Jets' defense and how they show. If it shows poor, look for heads to roll and people's jobs to be on the line because they did not show well against a great San Francisco team, but you got to show at least some promise of what's to come in the future. The Bengals and the Chiefs, is Joe Burrow's wrist okay? We'll have to see how that plays out. The Bucks and the Lions, strong matchup. The Bucks are, man, they might be some real contenders in the NFC South. And the Lions are the Lions. They're going to be there at the end of the day. Now, tonight, Thursday's night's game with the Bills and the Dolphins. Why is that a big game? Well, Tua got his money. Show me the money. Tua got his money. And with that comes a little level of expectation of what he's going to be able to do. He has a horrible record against the Bills. 1-7 in his career. Hasn't shown very well, whether at home or on the road. On the other hand, Josh Allen been owning them boys since he's been in the league. I think he's 11-2 was the record that I saw. So something's got to give. Is Tua finally going to break through, or is Josh just going to continue his dominance? So we'll see how that works out. Bills got a new defense. We'll see how that goes against Tyreek Hill and all the speed that the Dolphins have at their disposal. So in that game, I'd probably give the edge, not for any particular reason, to Miami, just because I want to see them do it. They really kind of got away with one against the Jags this past Sunday. So I believe that really the Bills should be favored, but I'm gonna say Miami's gonna pull it out. They're gonna get over the hump. So those are the games that you can look forward to. There's a lot of storylines. What's Green Bay gonna do? Hurt quarterback. Steelers, who they gonna start at quarterback? Steelers have a tough game against the Broncos. We really like to see that matchup if Russ was playing, a little payback, if you will. But Justin got the job done. Justin Fields got the job done. So we'll see how they move forward if he gets to win, especially in this game in Mile High. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend of NFL football. Stay tuned. We're going to do our college preview tomorrow just to check on the games and how that's going to affect the playoff picture. Once again, this is Make Sports Easy, here to help you make sports more digestible and just more enjoyable all together. Catch you next time. Don't forget to hit that like, follow, subscribe, and enjoy your week.